Founded over 30 years ago, Gillespie Group is a full-service residential and commercial real estate firm based in Lansing, Michigan. With an eye to the future, Gillespie Group is fueled by strategic development with a passion to find creative solutions for real estate development needs. Known for the ability to visualize new energetic spaces that breathe life into spaces and community, Gillespie continues to use its resources to initiate the transformation within the communities it works in. Learn more at gillespie-group.com. Welcome to another installation of the Conversations from Mackinac series of Michigan Reimagined with Chris Buck. This special session is sponsored generously by Triterra and the Gillespie Group. I'm your host, Chris Buck, and I'm here now with the hotel president for the breathtaking Grand Hotel on beautiful Mackinac Island, Mr. David Jurcak. Welcome to the show, David.
Well, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So now, how long have you been affiliated with the Grand Hotel?
I came here in 2021, so sixth season.
And are you from the industry? Did you come here from another property?
My entire adult life, I've been in hotel business. I was with a corporate office before I came here, but yeah, I've been property president or general manager for the last 26 years.
Now, is this considered the show? Is this the pinnacle of the industry?
This is one of the pinnacles. This is one of the pinnacles.
I mean, it's a special place.
It is, and not only is it just the hotel, but the island and the entire environment in northern Michigan. It's really special.
Nice. And I understand that this is a milestone anniversary for us.
It is.
Is that right?
So it's going to be our 140th season, 125th season of golf.
Okay.
And then America's 250th.
Holy mackerel. So 140th. Okay. And I understand it's a season to celebrate.
Season to celebrate. So a season to celebrate. We have a lot to celebrate this year. And so we're going to celebrate it all year long.
Right. And that comes with a lot of things, right? There's a lot of upgrades or improvements or things of that nature.
And we do. Our owner is very dedicated and committed to this property. Spent now over $120 million in restoration and renovation projects over the last 6 years. And we have a lot ahead of us to make sure that we really tackle everything. Some of it you will see and some of it you won't. Hot water heaters, boilers, those things, ironers, washing machines. Those are back there, but those are the infrastructure this hotel needs.
Right, and that has to happen. That is deferred maintenance.
Can't have a beautiful pool if you don't have clean towels. Pool towels go down there.
That's exactly right. So as an economic developer and commercial real estate guy and property management, I mean, I get that not all dollars are sexy dollars.
Yes.
And it's also got to be a puzzle to try to, are you restricted with historic preservation or of things that you can do? Yeah. Is this a dedicated historic asset that you can't choose a different paint color or material or things like that? Are you restricted in that way?
It is. So we are a National Historic Landmark.
Got it.
Department of Interior has a say in what we can do externally. Okay. Internally, you can do it. We can't say whatever you want, but you can have 388 individually decorated guest rooms. The Department of Interior doesn't really care. But anything outside, it has to be historically relevant or go through them for them to understand. So the type of wood we use, type of paint we use, all those things we cover through historical purposes first.
And it's also got to be a real temptation to, not even a temptation, but a balancing act of, this is the charm. You said 140 years. There have been people coming here. There are probably people who come here this summer that are in their 80s and 90s.
Absolutely.
And remember the way it was. So you're not going to maybe do modern and trendy colors or change the aesthetic of the history of this space, right? So you got to really probably be very mindful of preserving the heritage and then the history and people's brand image of what this institution's meant to really be. Absolutely.
So in 1978, Carlton Varney with Dorothy Draper and Company became the designer of Grand Hotel. We had about 18 months that after we purchased it, that Dorothy Draper and Company was gone. We reinitiated a relationship with them. They are now back renovating. What we share, and I meet with the designers all the time, is that what we don't want to do is to change the backdrop of your memories and your history and your photo albums.
Right.
We might want to brighten it up a little bit and refocus it a little bit, but what we don't want to do is for you to look at it and say, that's not Grand Hotel anymore.
Right.
We want to surprise you with surprise and delight. We renovated the parlor last winter. We did the main dining room. A little bit of changes, a little brightness, but all in all, at the end of the day, you're like, it's the same old Grand Hotel.
Right. And you may not even notice, even though your blood, sweat, and tears went into it.
We hope they notice.
Right. Exactly. Understood. Now, and you kind of answered this next question, but I was thinking with the harsh winters and the inaccessibility of the island, are you able to get some of the work done during the winter season? Because otherwise you'd have to close parts of the campus to do renovations during the season.
Yeah, we would never do that.
Right, exactly.
And so we get about 5 months of real work.
Got it. Okay.
We close the fourth Saturday of October. Our contractors begin to arrive and assemble all of their stuff that they need. Then they go to Thanksgiving. They work a couple weeks, and then they're off for Christmas and New Year's. So really, we ramp up on those 6 weeks, 7 weeks, and then we really do all of our work from January through early April. So there's not a lot of time to do that work. It's the harshest part of winter.
Right.
11 feet of snow this winter, sub-zero temperatures throughout. I don't know if you know this, but you can't paint in sub-zero temperatures. So we have to build an outside walls to the porch with plastic, and then we put heaters inside just to bring it to temperature so we can paint.
Wow. But it has to be done in the winter.
It's the only time it can be done.
Right. That's amazing. I mean, what a project and undertaking. So now do you get where does your voice come into the recommendations of what needs to be maybe upgraded, or are you managing these construction teams, or are you just managing the hotel operations and the occupancy and the staff and all that kind of stuff? What's your role in all
So
that?
luckily for me, I'm really close to our owners, and the opportunity is that my voice matters in the decision-making process or design process. The wood front porch, when we decided to do the front porch, it's a 5-year plan. One of the things I said is you have to put a wood front porch back on. We knew we had to replace the porch floor because it's just been around for a while, but we haven't seen a wood slat front porch on this hotel for over 80 years.
Oh, I didn't
And so
know.
I said, you've got to bring history. So I'm a history buff. I've walked across a bunch of old front porches, whether it be a house or a building, and you can just feel history in your feet.
Yeah, sure.
And so I said, we've got to have a wood front porch, and they said, let's do it.
What was it?
It's
for the last 80 years before.
There's been wood, but it's been covered by other items.
Okay.
That didn't have the slats like you would expect a wood front porch to look like and feel.
Headquartered in Lansing, Triterra has been creating healthier communities throughout Michigan since 2008. Their expertise in brownfield development, environmental consulting, and natural resource management needs provides practical solutions for developers, property owners, and governmental entities. For responsive service tailored to your best interests, call the Triterra team at 517-702-0470 or visit triterra.us. Right. And so you talked about having a plan. Was it 5 year, 3 year?
5 year.
5 year plan. And what year are you in?
We just finished our fourth. So we've taken down all of the columns, refinished all of those. We've scraped all the old paint off the facade and repainted that. We've done the floor. We've done the front steps. The roof of everything. We have touched everything on the front porch. We've got to finish a third of the flooring of the front porch.
Right.
And some other little touch-ups of windows on the lower level, and then we're ready to go.
So the 5 year plan, 140th anniversary of the celebration of the hotel. But that obviously never stops. I mean, you must go into all summer long, you're thinking of what needs to be done this particular winter and beyond. I mean, it's just a never-ending CapEx project.
Never-ending. And then I like to say that I've perfected a skill that not many people have, and my skill is to spend other people's money.
There you go.
And I do it rather well.
Right.
And our owners are, again, truly dedicated and committed to this property, and they understand that when you own an iconic National Historic Landmark, it's going to cost you a little bit more money.
Right.
But if you do it right, you have a long-term value, you have long-term commitment from your customer to always come back because they see that you're doing it the right way.
Right. Now, if I'm not mistaken, did I read somewhere that it's not only physical, maybe upgrades, but you have some additional programming? Is that just for the 140th, or do you have new offerings that maybe weren't?
So the 140th season goes along with the 250th celebration of America, what we call Grand American Evening. Because there's a lot of things that go on at Grand Hotel, really even before the sun goes down, because the sun does go down until about 10:30 at night.
Right.
But in the evening, once everybody kind of goes to have dinner and goes up, there's a lot of things that we do in the evening that people can come back to, whether it be the Lantern Lounge over at the Jockey Club and Music, the Gatehouse, the Cupola, our new Baroque bar, dancing in the Terrace Room. There's a lot of reasons to come back to Grand Hotel in the evening, and we're celebrating that this year, called the Grand American Evening.
Got it. And you are the hub of Mackinac Island. I think everyone would say it, but I'm a little unfamiliar with your campus. Last night I went up to the stables for the big event that was up there. I never had wandered that way. I've biked around the island before, and this is my first policy conference personally, but I've been to the island as a tourist a couple of times. But how big is your footprint overall?
So we have over 80 buildings.
80 buildings.
So 52 of those house our team members.
Okay.
But we have the stables. We have Woods Restaurant, which is about a mile towards the east towards the west, which our other 9-hole golf course is out there as well. We also are the concessionaire at the Fort. We run the restaurant at the Fort Mackinac.
Did not know that.
We have a retail store that's brand new downtown. We own a bike shop downtown. We own an arcade downtown. We own another hotel that's downtown. So we're, wherever commercially operated on the island,
right.
we have a good footprint there. We feel that we have some great products that are there, and everybody can touch a little bit of Grand Hotel.
This could be its own episode in and of itself, but talk to me about how you keep this place staffed. I mean, I know resort communities struggle. Now, you talked about how many, it was 50-something buildings that you own are for your team, but resort communities traditionally are struggling to find people to do the work because they obviously also can't afford to live in the communities that they're trying to get those jobs in. You're in a unique situation positively that you're housing these folks. Is that
Absolutely.
right? Yeah.
There's a good and a bad to that. I've worked at large resorts that are year round. It is hard to house or to staff year-round hotels. Imagine 6 months. Right. So if I bring you up here in April, you work for us all year, you're going to be unemployed in November. With the unemployment around the United States, you can find a job in your own hometown. Why would you go to Michigan to do that?
Right.
We recruit all over the world. Last year we had 34 countries. I think we're going to surpass that this year. Team members from 34 countries all over the world, 25 U.S. states, come to this tiny postage stamp of an island in northern Michigan and work for a summer. And we live together, work together, eat together. We were able to house our team members. It's $19.50 a day for housing, internet, and food. We feed them 3 meals a day, snacks throughout the day, drinks throughout the day. And people come here it's an adequate cost of living. They get great hours. They live in an environment where it's about work. There's not a lot of places to spend money other than going out to eat.
Right.
There's no movie theaters. There's no other real opportunities. And so we have people that come year after year. We have people in their 30 years coming back.
I saw, the bartender served me last night. Yeah. I noticed on his name tag, talked about, I forget what the lingo is, but it was 9. Yep. His number was 9.
His
I said, is that
season.
the number 9th season? He's
Absolutely.
like very proud to tell me yes. And he clearly was not American, but he was great customer service and perked up when I asked the question. I said, hey, how are you? Nice to meet you. And does that mean your 9th season? And he said, yes, sir. I'm very happy to be here. So congratulations on doing that, because there are a lot of employers out there in this service industry that don't do as good a job. So you're doing.
And if we don't, we don't open. Right. We close restaurants or we close down rooms. So we need a full complement of team members to come in. So, we're recruiting now for next year, and we'll recruit all winter. We'll travel all over the world. And go recruit people, and we do it in the United States. So don't get me wrong.
Yeah, sure.
We would love to, get people from the United States to come up.
Yep.
But again, why would I leave Dallas? I'm from Dallas. Why would I leave Dallas to come up for 6 months when I can get a job in Dallas?
Of course.
So it's the experience, though. That's what I tell them. Right. You're not going to get this experience anywhere else.
Now, I heard in I guess a press release or something that talked about the resort being dubbed America's Summer Place.
Yes.
Is that a new?
No, it's always been America's Summer Place. We are the largest summer-only resort in the world.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, I don't think I knew that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm not a native Michigander, so I moved to Michigan in 2008. Been here a couple of times, been all over the state, and have seen really fascinating facilities. But there's nothing like this.
Nothing like this.
And I would tell you this is America's Summer Place. Yeah. My dad is jealous. He lives on the beach in Delaware, but he's been here a number of times, and just really it speaks to him. He just had his 90th birthday.
Well, there you go. Should come back.
He loves it. Yes.
Bring him back.
We just had a family reunion to celebrate his birthday, but we'll have to get him back up here. The conference, obviously you're hosting this mess of people that are trying to change the state in a positive way. Is there anything that resonates with you at the policy conference? Anything you're advocating for, paying attention to, or are you host and
there's several things. The Chamber does an incredible job of bringing the decision makers in the Detroit region as well as throughout the state here. I'm a kind of a political junkie. I was a political science major, international relations major, and I can tell you there's nowhere in the United States that you're going to walk through a hotel lobby and see the 2 sitting senators talking together and walk up and approach them and have a conversation.
Yep.
That just doesn't happen. Here it does happen. The Chamber's done an incredible job of making this conference special. Mm-hmm. For us, we do the same thing. We have some things we need to talk about. We have some ferry boat issues that are going on. You may or may not know that.
No, I don't.
So there's some ferry boat issues that are going on within the city and the ferry boat company. which impact us as operators of a hotel on the island. So, we talked to them. I had the opportunity to speak to Speaker Hall just about an hour ago about the issues that we're seeing right now. So we get to have the opportunity to, instead of going in Lansing, they all come up here. So it's helpful.
That's nice to have that captive audience. That's fantastic. So how can people learn more about the hotel if they're listening but not either from Michigan or haven't been up here in a long, long time?
So grandhotel.com tells you everything you need to know. You can go through all of our history. You can do all of our experiential weekends, again, from Titanic weekend to murder mystery weekend to wine weekends, distillery weekends. We have a superhero weekend where your children can go with superheroes and princesses and become certified to be either a superhero or a princess.
There you go.
It's absolutely fantastic. The kids, I don't know if I loved my kid that much to do those things, but they absolutely love it, and the parents love it, and it's actually a great weekend. So all those experiences are listed for people to do it, or if you just want to come up on a weekend or come up to midweek and experience the island, it is absolutely a one-of-a-kind destination.
That's fantastic. Well, I really appreciate you spending a few minutes sharing your story. David Jurcak, the hotel president here for the Grand Hotel, spending a little time with me here on Michigan Reimagined. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you for the time.
My pleasure. And stay tuned for another episode of Michigan Reimagined, Conversations from Mackinac.